Hey guys, welcome back. Chatty Kathy here. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been working a lot on myself lately, writing a lot, learning more for my health so I can teach all you guys. I'm redoing my podcasts from last year and shortening them so it's more statistics and easier to follow and not as long. I'm also trying to get the lighting better so my picture's not so dark. A lot of time off for myself. And let me tell you, I'm expanding and learning and seeing and meeting new people every single day. It's also great. It's all so great. I'm so excited. I started a new community, Me, Myself, and Us. And we're going to be talking about that also. Me, Myself, and Us is in a community where anything that you want to accomplish becomes so much easier to achieve and to move through. Because co-creating with me, myself, and us, it's not me, myself, and I anymore. It's me, myself, and us. You always have us is a big part of you. It works 100% of the time to help you find your happy life. So please join me soon on that. I'll be so glad to teach you everything that I'm learning. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about hair. This is like the final podcast on our skincare because our hair and our nails are part of that, okay? We talked about pimples, and which I called skimples, remember that? And we talked about the other things that happen to our skin as you get older. We talked about quick fixes like Botox and microderm and stuff like that, and massages and facials, right? These temporary loves that we do for our bodies, okay? We talked about the sun and what it does to our beautiful skin, okay? And then the last podcast was what I did for my skincare. Now, during all those podcasts, I did not have any makeup on except for some lip gloss and, of course, mascara so you can see my eyes a little bit better. Today, we're going to talk about hair. And hair care should also include your scalp and the insides. Because remember what I said before, what happens on the inside of our body, what happens in our organ systems reflects on the outside. This is what we show the world, our beautiful skin, right? Everything you do on the inside is going to show up on the outside. I tell my son all the time. I know what you've been eating or what you haven't been eating. I can tell by your skin, right? And the skimples aren't going to do anything about it if you don't be careful on the inside. You got to be glowing. You got to be healthy on the inside to show it on the outside, okay? Now, I'm not going to go over the A&P of hair. You can look it all up yourself, learn the layers. It's so rewarding to find out something that you don't know and add it on in so you can show somebody else, right? Okay? So some of the first things that you notice as you get older is your hair kind of breaks off and you lose more of it. Your hair grows in stages, just like every single part of your body. Your skin has, the 4 to 6 weeks. Your hair has 4 to 6 weeks also, right? Remember, every single part of your body, you eventually get a new one. 7 to 10 years, you get a whole brand new body, right? But for your hair, this is what shows the world. And you kind of get alarmed. I'm losing my hair. It's losing its lustness, It's losing its lustness. That's probably not. It's losing its brightness and its shyness, And I used to call my hairdresser, I'm losing more than 100. I love Terry. She used to, Kathy, it's okay. I'm losing more than 100 hairs. Are you counting them? Well, it just seems like a lot more. So she would just say, Kathy, losing your hair every day is no cause for alarm, right? 100 hairs a day. Stop trying to count them. All right. So, and I haven't seen Terry in a while because I do not go to the hairdresser. I learned how to cut my hair on my own. I haven't colored my hair or gotten rid of my beautiful gray in such a long time. It just doesn't matter anymore. And this is my hair color. Okay. Some of the information I'm going to teach you today, you already know. The sun makes your hair dry. It makes your hair brittle, easily to be broken off when you comb it and brush it, especially if you do it the wrong time. And I'll tell you when's the right time. If you color your hair or treat your hair with anything, that sun is going to damage it even more. You can get sunburnt hair, believe me, right? Please watch my skincare podcast from before on suns and tans, and it'll tell you a little bit more about that. And wear a hat. Hats are always in, absolutely. Just make sure that you cover your ears when you wear a hat too, because most people don't think about this part. If you live near the ocean, salt water can damage your hair. So make sure you rinse it out frequently. If you're in the pool all the time, make sure you get this chlorine and all that stuff out of there, right? Too cold and too hot of water actually changes the effectiveness of how you clean your hair and how you get all the stuff out of your hair, okay? I looked up the differences between the hot water and warm water. I use lukewarm water most of the time, and at the end of my shower, sometimes I cool it off a little bit just to feel like it closes everything in, okay? Like I said, I use lukewarm water. That's the best kind of water to use, okay? Even when you wash your clothes, too hot of water is going to damage your clothes. You don't need hot water unless you're using chlorine or something, right? So what if you have dull and lifeless hair? What is going on inside your body? The organ that is mostly in charge of your hair is your kidneys, right? The thinning of your hair could be indicative of a kidney problem. Be careful. How can you tell if your kidneys aren't happy? Please watch what my body does for me, okay? The dark circles under your eyes, that is showing that something could be going wrong with your kidneys. A couple of the books and the forums that I read say you shouldn't even cut your hair too often because it hides the fact that you could have bad kidneys or kidneys that have a disease. Now, I think this is just some other doctors, but this is what I think. If you have split ends at the bottom or if it's frizzy, you need to trim that deadness away. You want your hair to be healthier. That is more dead than everything at the lowest parts of your hair, right? So cut that frizz off because those split ends, I can't think of the name of it, those split ends could split in all the way to the tip top and make your hair even thinner and more brittle, right? Hair that turns white or suddenly gray could also show that you have a kidney problem, okay? Some of the doctors even stated that your hair could go back to its natural color if you catch those kidney problems early enough, which just means drink plenty of water, not too much protein, flush those bad boys out. Your urine should look a little bit clear after a few cups of distilled water, absolutely, in the morning, right? Before your cup of tea or before your cup of coffee. Overwhelming kidney blockage secondary to processed foods, right? Not enough water, no exercise. You got to get the blood flow there, right? Just get up and walk. I'm not talking about holy crap exercise. Just get up and walk and take some more deep breaths. Also, no deep breathing or doing your breathing exercises. If you sleep not well, if you don't rest well, all this stuff can make your kidneys and your hair and your skin show it. So treat your body's beauty happily, better, which means don't poison it with sugar and salt and junk foods, right? Eating a diet that is high in animal fats and dairy is going to mess up your kidneys. It's going to mess up your kidneys and your organs, and it's going to show in your skin. It's going to show in your hair. You got to, of course, eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, right? And drink your distilled water. Get up and move. Get up and move. Be very positive with everything that you possibly can, and you can be positive in anything. That's what Me, Myself, and Us shows everybody. Talk to your hair. Talk to your body in a loving, happy way. Let your organs be healthy. Talk great to them too. Your organs run themselves for the most part. Your skin and your hair is what you display to the world, okay? And if you keep everything happy, if you talk to everything happy, and if you give it the right nutrients, you're going to be vibrant with vitality, okay? And of course, all the colors of gray and white, it's just gorgeous. I don't care. Gray's a new blonde. I don't care. Gray is beautiful to me. It is the new blonde. I see many a young person dyeing their hair with gray highlights and white highlights. Isn't that awesome? But you don't need to grow old faster. Gray hair has to do with oldness for the most part, unless there's something going inside with your body, right? I love my gray hair. Leave it in. Love it. Show your age, but never act that part. Never act your age, right? Someone else stated a person this age should act this way and look this way. People this age should act and look and dress this way. No, women this age should act the way you want to. Have fun, be happy. Nobody writes your story. Nobody writes your story. So don't let them, all right? Oh, and your eyebrows are not supposed to match your hair exactly. Some of the things that I read that the darker your eyebrows actually means the healthier that your kidneys could potentially be. If your eyebrows are light in color, then it could take a little bit more to keep your kidneys healthy, which just means stop doing a few little things. It's just a few little things, right? If your hair is sparse, your kidneys might not be happy, right? Balding hair, receding hairlines. My eyebrows only went to here, so I went to Amber Lee, and I will put the information below. She tattooed the lower areas and the outer areas of my eyebrows because they kind of ended, and I looked up no eyebrows, lack of vitality. Bullshit. I have vitality. I have health. I have life. So now when I look in the mirror, I feel a lot better than I did because it made me feel bad when I looked at my eyebrows just ending. Now I feel a lot better when I look in the mirror, right? And I'm helping every single day my kidneys jam out so they can help the rest of my body. Remember, that's one of the elimination systems that we have. The kidneys is one of our immune system. Receding hair or baldness, they say, is from genetics. Hereditary male baldness is more dominant from your mommy's side of the family, not your daddy's side, right? You can also lose your hair secondary to mental stress, to physical stress, to the side effects of the medications that you take, medications that you have to take, that you need to take, at least right now. Baldness and receding hairlines could also be secondary to hormone imbalances because our body runs by hormones, right? So this is your life. So how is your life? How are your body systems functioning? Can you tell what's going on with your body functions and your systems and your organs? What does your skin look like? What does your hair look like? What is your mood? Right? Now, dandruff is a type of eczema. You can get it from stress. You can get it from hormonal changes, right? If you watch Skimples from a podcast from before, a couple podcasts from before, that'll teach you a lot about eczema. There's over 100 different types of eczema, and that podcast will teach you a little bit more about that, so I don't kind of repeat myself. So is coloring and perming and straightening your hair and using a blow dryer every single day, is that going to weaken your hair? That's the answer. Comment below, text me. Absolutely it does. We all know that answer. It does, because you're putting chemicals and toxins on your hair. Even some of the shampoos and conditioners and straighteners and oils and stuff could be toxic to your hair. So turn around and read the labels on the back. If you do that kind of stuff, you're going to need special products that are good for you. You're going to need a few more trims, right? They say that women start coloring in their hair when they start turning a little bit of gray, and that's usually kind of close to menopause or perimenopause, right? Did you know that dye goes straight into your liver? Most of that dye doesn't even cover up the gray, is what I was told. And if it goes to your liver, it can trigger your menopausal symptoms. Did you know that? Is that a coincidence or what? All I can say is let it go as natural as you can. Learn fast new hairstyles, how to throw up into a bun, how to do a quick little braid, how to part it on one side one day and part it on the next side the next day. I'm making my hair different every single day. That's why I love to have long hair, because I can change it up. I can have long hair one day, short hair one day, up in a bun, it's awesome. It's awesome. And if you practice for a little bit, you can change so many things about your hair. And there's so many YouTube videos and podcasts on Facebook and YouTube and all these that can teach you how to do different hairstyles really easily. You don't have to do the same thing every single day. So then you start thinking, how can I slow all this down? How can I help all the covers on my body? And yes, hair is all over. But the more important question is, how do I protect my body? Our cover up, which I'm talking about our hair right now, is also one of the first lines of defenses against the crap from our environment, right? And our defenses are what? Our digestive system, our respiratory system, our tears. Yes, our hair all over our body. And there's other ones too, of course. And I'll do a podcast on our defensive systems too. I'll make it a little quick one. Our hair helps us against infectious pathogens that are trying to get into our body. And we have hair everywhere. We even have hair or villi, hair-like extensions in your digestive system, in your respiratory system, and it helps move those toxins out of your body for whichever way they're going to get out of your body, right? The hair on the surface of your body actually repels outside invaders, right? Your eyelashes, the hair in your ears, the hair in your nose, etc. Okay? All for your health. How sweet your hair is to you. How are you to it? So we're going to talk about one of the first things is how often are you supposed to wash your hair? Should I wash it more or should I wash it less? What happens when it gets too oily? Definitely when you get that little musty smell that some people get. Do I need a special shampoo? If I condition my hair, is that good for my hair? Okay. Now think about these things. Think about the products that you use on your body and on your hair. How many times a day do you use them? How many times a day do you touch your hair? Do you touch your face? What's on your hands, right? So the cleaning of your hair and your body actually depends on your daily regimen. If you're out sweating a lot, yeah, you need to wash yourself off and get that crap off. If you're sick, when you have those little breakout sweats, you need to go and take a cool shower. You need to change your sheets and get rid of that and start again. You can wet your hair and not wash it and just rinse out some of the things, okay? One of the main things that I learned, and it was actually the most surprising, I looked it up in so many places because I didn't believe it, was actually when to wash your hair, how often to wash your hair. When you wash your hair, it strips away the sebum, it strips away your oils, which is your shine, it strips away the protection for your hair and your body and your skin every time you use a soap. So like I said, make sure you turn around and read the labels, organic if possible. You can use, I have ginger that's growing in my yard that has the pineapples that grow from the ground. You can use the liquid from there to wash your hair too. Isn't that cool? But the less you wash your hair, the more healthier it is going to be. The more stronger your hair is going to be. The better and more oily, which is good, that your scalp is going to be, okay? The less products that you use will help shape your hair up to be healthier, okay? And you can go for a month without washing your hair. The longer, the better. It's actually better for your scalp and your luscious hair. Absolutely. You can, like I said, you can rinse it. You can get all the stuff out that way, but only wash it every 4 to 5 days to a week. And like I said, I read somewhere even a month. And then you want to comb your oils into your hair, right? There's lots of things you can do, but don't wash your hair as much as you're washing it. Now, conditioners I need to use on my hair. And some of the information that I read, like I said, turn it around and look at it. That some people use conditioner before they shampoo and then after, okay? Conditioners help with the elasticity and the strength of your hair is what some of them claim. It helps seals in the moisture. It reduces static electricity. It stops tangles. I have to use mine every time I wash because I have long hair and there does get tangles, okay? But some people don't need it. It adds too much oil to their scalp, to their skin, okay? Just remember, if it's the good oil that is from your hair and from your scalp, that's even better to comb it in through your hair. But you know your hair, okay? There's also leave-in conditioners, especially if you blow dry your hair a lot and heat it up a lot, okay? When we used to go out in the boat, I always had a leave-in conditioner in my hair. Even with my hair in a tight braid, I would still, if any hair got out, I would get dreadlocks, and then I wouldn't be able to get the knots out of my hair with that from the wind and the salt, right? So now I found a leave-in conditioner that I leave in, then I braid my hair, and then I usually have a cap on it too, okay? So do your own search for additive-free hair and skincare products, okay? And comment below. That way you can share with everybody else what you use because they might want to use it, okay? If you are gluten-free, be careful because I also read in a couple places that they put wheat in your products. So if you think you're gluten-free and it's in your shampoo and you're still kind of getting puffy and swelling up a little bit and maybe some itchiness and not feeling good, turn around and read your shampoos and your conditioning. All right. Make sure that your diet is gluten-free and your hair products and skin products are gluten-free. Just turn around, read those labels. Read those labels of everything that comes in contact with your skin. Okay. All of your personal care products. Absolutely. Gluten is found in our food. It's found in our medications. It's found in our stamps. It's found in our envelopes, the kinds that you have to lick. There's gluten in there. Okay. And of course, our personal care products, like I just said. What I do is if I'm not sure and I don't know all those dang words in the back of the label, I check the Think Dirty app and I'll put the information below. Okay. And it basically tells you on a scale of 1 to, I think, 10 or maybe 20. I'm not sure. But the lower the numbers, the better it is for you, the less carcinogens and less crap that's in there. Okay. And like I said, I'll put that link below. Okay. So, second thing we'll be talking about is when do you brush or comb your lovely locks, okay? Should I comb it every single day or should I brush it? Do I need to do it the 100 times that I've heard many people say, you got to comb your hair 100 times on each side? Okay. Your fur. Yes, all of your fur. You have to brush all of your hair. The hair on your head, the hair on your eyebrows, your eyelashes. Yes, they should all be brushed and get those morning crusties and things out of your hair, right? Every single morning and before you go to bed too. I always put my hair up in a bun on the top of my hair, on the top of my head when I go to sleep because otherwise I wake up with my hair all wrapped around my neck and all that kind of stuff, which to me was pretty scary when I woke up that way. But you have to get the eyelashes cleaned out too. You have to get your eyebrows cleaned out, right? That way your tears can work because your tears are elimination systems. They help lubricate your eyes, right? The toxins get out of your body through your follicles and your pores and your tears, okay? So you got to clean your eyes, yes. Brush your fringes too, absolutely. And just be careful that you don't brush your eyeball because I always do 2 or 3 things at once in the morning. And I went to brush my eyebrows, and I went like this right on my eyeball. Oh my gosh. It was not a good work day. I had redness. It was watering. I had sharp shooting pains through my eye until my eye healed itself. And yes, your body starts healing itself just like the earth right away. But let me tell you, that hurts. So be careful. Don't do what I do all the time, okay? Taking care of your hair includes both men and women and children, okay? If you're a man, you might want to brush your chest hairs and definitely keep them trim and cleaned up. And that doesn't mean shave it. I love a man with hair on his chest, absolutely. But keep it trimmed up. If you have hair underneath your arms, clean it, brush it, comb it, absolutely. Get those oils throughout your skin. And it helps your hair be more vibrant and cleaner, right? Using some of the hair from those hair follicles, the sebaceous oils, get it down to the ends of your hair shafts and it makes your hair so shiny. And you're doing it, right? You're doing it with your great oil and not something that's toxic from a shelf, okay? And remember, under your arm, you only want to use deodorant. You don't want to use antiperspirant. You need to sweat. You got to sweat out those toxins, right? We talked about that. Now, there's other areas on your body that you have hair. You can figure that out on your own. We're not going to talk about that. But you have to keep it fresh, clean, combed, right? Usually I comb my hair once or twice a day. And I don't do it 100 times on each side. No way. And then I usually put it up, right? Sometimes I braid it. I do something with it. I try not to just leave it down. And since we're talking about hair, I might as well put it down, right? One time when your hair is most vulnerable is and fragile is when it's wet. So you have to do a light, gentle comb if it's wet, right? Definitely don't brush it because that's when your hair is most fragile. And I guess I should have had my hair down the whole time since we're talking about hair, but it's down right now. Very long. I'm so excited about my hair being so long, right? Usually what I do is when I wash my hair and I do put a conditioner in, like I said, I'm going to get one of my ginger plants and wash my hair with that one day just to see how it is because I read that it's very, very good for your hair. Usually I wait until my hair is dry. And then I actually have hardly any knots to comb out. Hardly any knots to comb out. I know if your hair is shorter, there's other things you can do, but you don't have as many knots. But if you have long hair, try to wait until it's dry. You know, I put it up in a bun or something, but try to wait till it's dry. And I hardly have any knots left at all, okay? These are just some of the extra tidbits that I do for my hair since we're talking about my hair. Fish oil, your omegas, is really good for your brain. It's good for your heart, and it's also good for your skin and hair. I take my Omega Plus from Life Vantage every single day, absolutely. And I will put the description in the box below too. One thing great about it is it actually tastes like Sprite with a little flavor of fish oil, but nothing like some of the ones that I've had before. And if you have hair in places that you don't think that you should have it there or you want less of it, then try laser hair removal. I stopped shaving many, over 15 years ago, probably because I did laser hair removal. We were always on the boat. You can't shave every day. So I saved up my money and I did my bikini line and I do my underarms, you know, and I still to this day don't have to shave. Every once in a while, I'll say, oh my gosh, look how long that hair is. But it's so thin and so fine that I don't even see it. And my friends don't even tell me. I appreciate that very much, but I do find them on my own. But yes, I went to the Fountain of Youth Spa in St. Augustine, and then I started going to Spa Life. So I'll leave the information below on Spa Life, but I do not shave anymore. You know, if you don't want the hair, you don't want to shave every day, there are ways to get rid of it, okay? Just be careful of the toxins if you're putting stuff on to dissolve the hair, okay? If you have residue that you think from shampoos that you use, and from the conditioners that you use to help remove some of the traces of that, you can put 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, not regular vinegar, but white vinegar or lemon juice, and make it in a quart of distilled water, because you know how much we love distilled water. You pour it on your hair and then kind of rinse it and leaves your hair shiny. It gets rid of the residue from the buildup of the shampoos that you use. But now you're not going to wash your hair as much, right? When your hair starts getting really oilier and stickier to your hair, then you wear it up. The more you touch your hair, the more residue and stuff you're going to keep on it. So use those little tidbits right now to help you out, okay? If your hair is really, really damaged, you can put olive oil on the bottom of your hair. I wouldn't put on the top, but on the bottom, and it heals it a little bit. From what I've read, I've not done that before. You can also put it on all your hair and cover everything. They say cover your head, your hair, part of your head with a plastic bag, not your head, not your face, please. Oh my gosh, people, do not do that. Only on the head, not your face, and keep it overnight if possible, okay? And then wash it out completely the next day. The olive oil will, you know, will help out your skin, definitely your scalp, keep it a little bit more oily, help with that dandruff a little bit, and it makes your hair a little bit shinier and feels a little bit thicker, okay? Because I do coconut oil every once in a while. If you do that once or twice a week, you know, I put the coconut oil on my skin and then I just put it right on the ends of my hair. It makes your hair a lot smoother. Absolutely, okay? If your shampoo is really, really thick, you can save some money by diluting it with some distilled water. You can even do that with distilled water in your body washes and in your clothes wash also. Dilute it with a little bit of water. With a little bit of distilled water. I mean, when you buy those big gallon jugs of laundry soap anyway, it's mostly water. So I use the little pods now, okay? But you can dilute your shampoo with a little bit of distilled water. Your hair's going to love it, okay? And you don't need it to be sudsy and many suds. That doesn't mean anything, okay? The suds are going to change with the temperature of the water. So now you're not going to use hot water anyway, right? You don't need suds. You'll be able to feel when your hair is clean, right? You'll be able to say, okay? And I mean all of your hair, all of it. Keep it clean. Keep it trimmed. Just like our plants need to be trimmed and tidied up throughout the year, so do your beautiful manes, okay? You got to get those split ends at the very bottom of your hair so your hair doesn't split all the way up. So trim it every once in a while, absolutely. Make sure you keep your hair clean, just like when you wash your hands. You have to get your hair wet first before you put the soap on it, okay? Because water helps your hair and helps your scalp attach to that soap so the dirt and the oils that you've been saving up because you don't wash your hair as much anymore, right? Can be rinsed out of your hair, okay? Just like you have to wet your hands first, then you add the ingredients, you rub your hands together. Same thing with your hair. Get your hair wet, get your hands wet, put the shampoo on your hand, and then put it all over. The same with the conditioner. The conditioners, I start at the bottom and then I move on up, right? Because then it makes my hair kind of flat if I put too much conditioner on the top of it, okay? Massage your hair 2 or 3 minutes with the shampoo and then rinse it out with warm water, okay? Do not wash your hair every day. Try not to wash your hair every day, even if you're outside sweating. Rinse your hair, yes, but you don't need to wash it every day. And if you do have to wash it every day, some people are going to argue with me, make sure that it is a mild soap that has no preservatives and no perfumes, okay? Make sure that the shampoo doesn't have any extra proteins in it either. All you're trying to do is clean off the dirt and clean off the bad oils and the dirty oils. That's all you're trying to do, okay? The proteins that they put in their shampoos and stuff, collagen, there's some silk, amino acids, some keratins, there's other ones, okay? You're just trying to, and it tries to boost up your hair and make it thicker, whatever. You're just trying to clean your scalp. You're just trying to clean the hair that's closest to the scalp. That's all you're trying to do when you wash your hair. That's all you're trying to do when you wash your body, right? All you're trying to do when you drink your distilled water and your good water is to refresh your body and clean out your kidneys. That's it. You're not trying to add anything extra in there. If you want to, they say the B vitamin complex actually helps support your kidneys and they help support your hair color and your hair health. Vitamin Bs, that doesn't mean go out and take it. Try to get it from your foods, of course, first, right? Silicon, I read, also makes your hair thick. It makes your nails strong. It increases your vitality. It smooths out your skin. It strengthens your connective tissues and bones, right? Read up on it. Read up on it. Make sure you tell your doctor what you're doing if you're going to add anything on. You want to moisturize your hair and your skin, your beautiful hair and your beautiful skin from the inside out and the outside in. And from the inside out, you can do it with vitamin E. Vitamin E is in my omegas, so I'm not worried about it. Vitamin A and your omegas, absolutely. Look all that stuff up. Look it all up yourself, okay? And of course, distilled water. I'm not even going to argue about that. Distilled water. Make sure you try to get all your vitamins and your nutrients from your healthy foods when possible. And then if you need to, then you can add supplements, okay? Of course, organic, natural supplements that you can possibly get. Turn it around, read the labels, make sure there's no high fructose corn syrup or any kind of sugar in your supplements because you don't need that at all, okay? And like I said before many, many times, it does not mean to go out and buy all these supplements, okay? Fix the inside first while you're fixing the outside, and then it's going to be so much easier for you. The common denominator in all ailments is inside out and outside in. It makes it so much easier, and then everything else that you're going to do for your body's health will work so much better, okay? Remember, supplements can change the effects of your prescription medications, so don't do it unless you talk to your doctor first. If you add anything else, if you stop anything else, especially supplements, because people just think our vitamins are not going to do anything. Yeah, they could. Please let your doctor know what you're doing, okay? One thing I talked about earlier and that I love to do is coconut oil. It's good for your skin. It's good for your hair. You can cook with it. It makes your teeth white. It kills bacteria in your mouth, which means you get fresh breath. Yes, organic coconut oil. So many positive things that you can do. What I do for my hair, I use Vantage hair care systems, and that's the same place I get my Protandim. That's the same place I get my skincare. That's the same place I get my omegas and my probiotics. I love Vantage. I've been with Vantage for many, many years. It came up with a true science hair care system, and it's designed differently because it is actually formulated with NRF2 ingredients, and NRF2 is a big part of our immune system, of our wellness system, okay? Love it. On the scale of carcinogens in the Think Dirty app, it's less than 2. Absolutely. Remember, the lower the number, the excellent. So I'll put the link below for my Vantage hair and skincare. Absolutely. I also use sometimes, I don't use the shampoo same shampoo with every single shampoo that I do. I love coconut shampoos, and I'm sure some of them aren't as great as my Vantage because the number's a little bit higher and there are some other things there, but I love that smell of the tropics and the smell of the coconut. So try to get the natural ones. Absolutely. Vantage actually has a scalp serum that nourishes your scalp and helps hair regrow in places that it doesn't. I don't have that. My hair is pretty long and it grows well because I don't wash it as much as I used to, and I'm learning so much. So I wash my hair every 3 to 5 days, depending on what I'm doing. I think the most I've got was probably 7 days, okay? But I wasn't doing too much and I didn't touch my hair. I don't comb my hair until it's dry for the most part. I learned how to trim my own hair watching a video on either Facebook or Instagram or something like that. I don't know. And I said, you know what? My hair's long. I can probably do that. And if I mess it up, you can't really tell anyway. So I trim my own hair. It's so awesome. And I have to do it in 3 layers because I have the long layer, then I have a medium layer, and I used to have bangs. So maybe it's 2 layers now. But it kind of puts it out in little fluffs and puts it in the corner and little layers too. It's so cool. I don't color my hair anymore because when I started building up my immune system and becoming healthier, my hair showed the progress. Usually I would have to call Terry and say, hey, can you color my undercarriage because it's getting darker again? Well, not anymore. My hair is brown. It's a multicolor brown color with gray highlights. Absolutely. See my beautiful gray highlights? I love it. It's awesome. Gray is beautiful. Absolutely. Okay. My little brother, when we were born, my little brother was a towhead. He had white blonde hair. My sister was kind of a strawberry blonde. She had reddish blonde hair. And they called me dirty dishwater blonde. Of all the words to use for somebody's hair, dirty dishwater blonde. But now what? Whatever. It's me. It's brown, multicolored brown with grays mixed in. And if I stay in the sun without putting a hat on or something like that, and I go in and out of the water and stuff, my hair will turn white. So it does turn blonde every once in a while. But this is naturally to me, and I love it. Thank you so much for everybody telling me how beautiful my hair is every time I see you guys. It's so awesome. I hoped this helped you guys. I hope it didn't make you upset of how often you should wash your hair and when you should comb it. It just makes it a little bit easier, right? Please watch my other skincare podcast. It's so awesome. And the videos on the foods, like I said, I'm changing them up so they're a little bit shorter. And now that I got kind of the lighting right? I also have Chatty Cathy short spouts where I speak my mind so you can open up yours and you can tell the difference between the podcasts. The health podcasts and the food podcasts have a yellow background, and the Chatty Cathy short spouts have a blue background. Remember to love, like, subscribe, and share so we can get to so many more people. Please. We need to make more people healthy and more aware of what's going on with their foods and how to take better care of our bodies, right? And what's our saying? Love, learn, and take control. And yeah, we actually are. My name is Kathy. I'm Lady Blessed Lady. Thank you so much for listening to the Hair Podcast. We're going to get some Chatty Cathy short spats out for a little while. If you guys want to learn about anything on the podcast, please text me or comment below on what you would like for me to learn for you and for me to make myself healthier too. And I'll be able to share it with all you guys. I appreciate everybody listening to me. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. And we will talk very soon. Bye.